Okay. Yeah. Hey, what's good people? It's your boy Parkman, Mr. 925 Intambo Yomtlakasi Waitinto Zochokega. Welcome to season 2, episode 1 of the People's Journal, where authentic stories are told by real people. Now, you know, we only deal with people that are authentic. We only deal with real people who've got authentic stories. If you've listened to the previous episodes that we've done so far, you'll take note that they've been male dominated, and it brings me such joy and excitement that we are breaking all of that curse. That Goliath must fall today.
Yes.
Yeah, today I am joined by the founder of Precious Hair Feet for Queen. This is a bold woman, a model. Are you still a model, by the way?
No. Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately
yeah.
not. Yeah, okay. So she's an entrepreneur with a degree in business.
Yeah.
Wow. She's also a gym freak. And I think what I like most about her is her TikTok videos. I find them to be quite entertaining, because they sort of like expose a side of you that not a lot of us get to like experience on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So they show like a colorful side of you that most of us never get to see, especially in the hood. She's shy, ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, her name is Queen Hlongwane, and she's here today to share her journey, to give her stories, and to own her story more than anything. So yeah, welcome, Queen.
Hi, Tebo. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
My name is Queen Hlongwane Nintombi Tsonga, Nomadzumeri, but I am currently based here in Finetown.
Mm-hmm.
And Queen is an entrepreneur. I am a graduate. I have a Bachelor of Commerce in Business Management degree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently going to do my second degree soon. I am a gym freak. I used to be a model.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Queen is Queen.
Queen is Queen.
Yeah, I am the Tsonga Goddess.
I like that. You sound better when you like close to, yeah.
All
thank
right.
you. Yeah. Now you sound like a queen.
Okay.
But yeah, Queenie, thank you so much for joining me today, and coming here to share your story. So the People's Journal is basically just about authentic stories that never make it to the surface. I think ordinary people's stories.
Yeah.
And when I say ordinary, it doesn't take away the fact that you're extraordinary.
Oh my goodness.
You do.
Thank you.
Yes. But I feel like most of the stories that make it to the surface are stories of celebrities and so forth, and I just decided to start this platform simply or mostly dedicated to people like you and I, people who are on the ground doing the actual work. And yeah, people who have authentic stories to share with people that can help other people heal or get encouragement, get inspired, and so forth. So yeah, thank you. But so we have a segment called Open the Journal.
Okay.
Yes. So what Open the Journal is basically is just to make our guests feel at home. You don't have to stress. You're not gonna jump.
Okay, I was already starting to feel hot, but I'll calm down.
Yeah, so I'll just give you names. Sometimes we play quiz games and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah, but for you, I have just 3. Ne?
Okay.
So I'll just tell you what it is. You can just tell me what you think about it, or you can sing, or you can make an act out of it. It's up to you to be as total creative as you want to, okay?
Okay.
Sure. So the first one is TikTok.
TikTok.
Yes.
Right, TikTok. Well, I have a TikTok account. Well, since I started my TikTok account, I've actually found another person in me that I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
She's fun.
Okay.
Now I'm not fun. I am I'm Queen. I'm serious. But this new TikTok Queen is fun. I'm like more open to doing a lot of things, mimicking what I see, and yeah, TikTok is the one thing that keeps us sane now during this epidemic. literally.
So did you just get into it now because of the pandemic, or was it like always your thing when it came up?
You know, the funny thing is, when I bought my phone, I actually uploaded all these apps on my phone, and this TikTok was just there. It was just not activated. And then I saw my baby cousins going on TikTok. I'm like, let me try this.
I should try this.
Let me give this a try. And then I tried it, and TikTok is a thing. It's the in thing. Kore, if you've not joined TikTok yet, you're not living.
It makes sense.
Literally.
The second one, most used emoji on your phone.
Most used emoji on my phone. It's the haha emoji.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because now I hardly laugh, so and I hardly smile. So yeah, the haha emoji just saved me. Literally saved me from
I was about to say
from the lol. So the haha emoji is,
it's just the best. I was about to say, I find myself also like using it. So I use the meditating one most, and the haha. So I think those are and the one with like shades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are the
cool guy.
Mr. Cool Guy. Yeah, those are the ones that I use. And I think the last one would be your favorite song to sing when you are feeling low.
Actually, I do not have a favorite song. I listen to anything that sounds good.
Okay.
Like, I don't even have a proper straight playlist. I can literally listen to Chris Brown now, and then I'll be listening to Rebecca Malope, and then it comes back, we go to Elena Gorinje. It's mixed up.
Okay. All right. Let's say last song that you played today.
Let me see.
I can't believe you.
I'll have to check my playlist. Sorry.
No. It's totally
my goodness,
okay.
you will not believe this.
Yes.
The last song that played today, King Munada. Oh my goodness. Yes, King Munada was playing.
The Wadidibala one.
No.
Okay.
I'll have to play it for you to
No,
listen.
please don't, because they won't put my podcast on Spotify.
But I get King Munada who's playing.
Okay. Now that's good. Welcome again.
Thank you. I feel so honored to be here.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I can feel the queen's energy. Now I
Yes.
can feel that. Yeah. No, I'm in the aura of a queen.
Hi.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, okay, let's get straight to it. Why do you feel, or why do you think people always have more negative things to say about you than positive things?
You know, I've realized that when people look at me, they see the potential that I see in myself. So it scares them. Hore, this lady is actually powerful. So hakatwa mwaling tengi, away we see her going. She'll not be stoppable. So I think people are actually threatened by me. Yeah.
That's such a you know, someone would say, people always talk, you know, whether you're doing good or you're doing bad.
Yeah.
But I like how you just put it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's the same saying, like a dog only barks on a car that's moving.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're not moving, a dog will just go wild. So it really is quite interesting. And something happened, you know, in your life during your third year.
Yes.
So can you just take us through that and let us in?
So my second last year of studying, 2016, the first, I was writing my first exam for the first semester.
Yeah.
Which was HR. I finished writing on a Monday, couple 12. I then go to the resource center because we were busy with the research methodology project.
Yeah.
So my phone rings. It's my mother. She's like, Queen, your dad has been shot.
Whoa.
See the silence? That's how everything went quiet in my world at that moment. So I didn't ask what happened. Like, I hang up the phone and then I leave. I walk around campus.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone. Like, I left my group members there. I walked around. So in my mind, I'm like, now I'm asking myself questions because normally I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
So I'm asking myself questions. My dad is not a violent person. What happened? Was there a shootout? Was he at the wrong place at the wrong time? no man, this does not make sense. So I go back to the resource center. I pack my bags. I want to go home. Now I want to go where my dad is. Like, Pela, yo, my dad, like, that guy.
He's a hero.
I'd literally take a bullet for my dad any day. So I come back home. So now in my mind, the crazy me comes out.
Yeah.
I've never told anyone this. So in my mind, I'm thinking, this guy that wants to kill my dad for me, I want to find him. I'm now thinking, where can I get a gun? Yeah, I wanted to get a gun. I wanted to go see this person. I wanted to go inflict the pain that he inflicted on me. So I get home. I'm stressed. Like the environment at that time was just cold.
Yeah.
I get home. The kids don't know anything. I get
Yes.
So I get there. I try to keep my cool, and I get a call. My grandmother rushed to the hospital that my dad was in. So luckily when they get there, he's still conscious. So he calls me, and the words that he said, my girl, Geshab, they were able to calm me down.
A bit.
Yeah, a bit. Because, my God, I don't know what I'd do without my dad. Even to this day, I don't know what I'd do if my dad was to pass away. So, okay, I calm down. Mind you, that whole week, I have exams.
Yes. That you need to focus on.
Yes. And I was writing every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I was not writing. So my grandmother calls and she's like, Kikoko.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, Wanawanak, are you going to write tomorrow? I'm like, yes, Koko, I'm going to write. I'm trying to study how can next. I'm trying to revise next. Literally had a mental shutdown, but I still went to school and I wrote. I promise you, God is good. I don't know how I passed that semester till today. And I got out with 2 distinctions. So now I get the story later. Okay, my dad wanted to go get his things for business. And where he normally gets them, he didn't get them. So some guy was like, you know what? I know where. Yeah, there's another spot where you can get these things for cheap, actually.
Oh.
So my dad is like,
music to my ears.
Yeah, artamai. So they leave, and then they get to this place. My dad hides him. So this guy otsakokoloing, and he goes to that, like, honali a mini mountain yana. So he climbs and he goes that side. So when he comes back, my dad's who's just chilled there. He's thinking, okay, he's gonna be like, maybe bring the car around so you can get your stuff.
Yeah.
Hi, this guy, when he comes back, he pulls out a gun.
Sure.
Tells my dad, give me the money and give me the car keys. So my dad, I think, had to the story. He's like, I moved and this guy was able to see my gun. So he's like, what's that on your waist? So my dad is like, no, I see nix. Inside my dad's leather check, get onatary 15,000 for stock. So he took out that money and he threw it on the floor to confuse him. So this guy, as he's looking on the floor, my dad manages to grab something. Go fatsi. I'm shapekayon. Yeah, like, hey, wait, see. I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, because this guy, my dad says he actually shot 7 times, and he got hit by 1 bullet. Like, I'm tunya so
straight up.
Yeah, and those 6 bullets, I didn't sharp, but only 1 got him.
Shit.
And the one that got him hit him next to his belly button. So my dad, and this guy starts running. So my dad takes out his own gun and he starts shooting. I think that guy died there. So after a few seconds, my dad notices his leg is getting numb.
Yes.
So when he looks down, he can see blood and he's like, okay, I've been shot. Okay, he gets into the car. He drives himself to the hospital. This person is diabetic. Firstly, the place that he got hit in is a place that not a lot of people would survive if they were to get shot there. So he gets to that hospital. This happened in Limpopo.
Yes.
So he gets to the nearest hospital he can get himself to, and then when he gets there, the nurses are like, no, sit there, we'll attend you later. But this person has been shot. Then bullet in
and he's been driving.
Yeah, and driving. Like, okay, so my dad calls one of his friends to come get him. So Hafika, to not cause chaos, opakisisa my dad, and they take him to another hospital where he was able to find help. But also when he gets there, the doctor's like, okay, this person does not look well. I think his sugar levels were also dropping. So he's like, I don't know if he's gonna make it. Hi. And then he goes to theater. He goes and gets the surgery, and then he comes out. So that happened the same night.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still here.
Well, you need to focus on your studies.
I'm still here. Actually, my mom at the same time we were both writing. So now she left immediately after she got the call my dad has been shot.
To go to Limpopo.
Like my mom literally she drove to Limpopo the stress. Only when she got to the hospital she's like, shit, let me run to Pep because I drove So my dad survived. And and the funniest thing also happened around the same time. First heartbreak. My goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, when people talk of heartbreak, you'll never understand until you experience it yourself.
True.
Yeah, because when somebody's like, oh, someone broke my heart, you just look at them and be like,
what are you saying?
Yeah, what are you saying?
Yeah.
So I was seeing this person for like 5 years at that time. It was serious. So I don't know when it started, but I think it started during that time when my dad got shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had to leave. I was not even worried too much about the relationship because I was focused on my dad.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So time goes by. I find out around September that this person cheated and actually the other person got pregnant. How? Okay. Now I have my
what?
Now I have my other exams that I need to focus on. Yeah, like if I didn't die 2016, I'm not dying again. Now I have other exams that I need to focus on.
Yeah.
And I found out because I was talking to his cousin, and the cousin's like, Marawena, when are you the best when? I'm like, what are you on about? And it's like, to still be with my cousin, even when he got someone else pregnant.
And the cousin didn't know, you don't know.
Yeah, the cousin did not know that, Shem, I'm still in the dark. So the cousin is on some, when you're the best. To still be with this guy, even after he got someone else pregnant. I'm thinking,
hey boo, are we still talking about the same person?
Yeah, I literally became numb. I did not cry. I did not become sad. I became numb. Literally, I became numb. Okay, I went to bed. I think it hit me. I react slow. Wait. Like I literally react slow to things. Hit me a couple of days later and now it hits me. I'm like, okay, so this is really happening. This happened. Like, shit is real. But then at that time, it's still sinking in. Hanyan. And in a exam, now this thing is hitting home. Heartbreak.
It's catching up, yeah. Because you can't avoid it.
Yo, my depression ring. And I can't be like, Mama, this guy broke my heart.
Mama's got other issues.
No.
Daddy issues to focus on. And we all need to focus on that at the moment.
And the weird thing is that when all of that happened, nobody knew. I'm not Akibu. I'm like literally the most private person you'd ever find.
So how do you deal with problems if then like I
pray. I sit there and I'm like, God, listen, this is what's happening. Yeah, and I literally used to cry myself to bed every night.
Sure.
I would walk. Plus, another thing, between that time, actually June, July, my friend committed suicide. So there was just a lot of things going on.
You were faced with the bouquet of challenges.
Like, I'm still trying to process the fact that I almost lost my dad. And then my friend this side. And then there's a heartbreak. It was just a lot to take in at that time.
Because Kizamo understand that thing, like if you find yourself in that situation, how then do you talk to yourself? How then do you try to instill some positivity while like your life just seems like, yo, I'm drowning?
I was literally in the darkest time at that time. Like, thinking about it now, it's the scariest place that I've ever been to, and it's a place that I would not want to go to because I'm not that person. Because at that time I'd have these dark thoughts, and that was not me. Because everything was happening. You know how you thought, okay, this happened, this happens. how would you just okay, I'm focusing on those two.
This one,
another one, like life. Can you just give me a break, please? Like I've had enough. Like there's so much a person can take. So, yeah, I would literally walk around with carrying the heaviest heart ever. Like my tears were always here, but you would never tell because I bath and look pretty and just go on as if life is normal.
Sure. It's kind of crazy.
I know.
You know, hence why they say don't judge the book by its cover.
That's
because
true.
sometimes rebona mutu, you know, ahlapile,
nice.
And then so you know, like yonkinte right.
True.
You know, because I think most of the critics or most of the negative people or things that they say about you is based on they just look at you and they think she's got it figured out.
Hence they always say her assumption is the mother of all fuck up.
Shoo.
If you don't know, boza. Don't just be like, okay, oh nice, wanona, chalete eating, home nati. No.
But when a queen, you've got like I said before, Khori, you've got that aura of a queen, you know. Sometimes how do you like approach a queen and just talk to her, you know, like not obviously to say, but putting it in this context, sometimes we feel like it's difficult to kind of sort of approach you, you know, because like you said, you're a very serious person, and that shows and that tells also in your energy.
Sure.
Especially, I think mostly maybe you'd portray that side when you are around strangers or people that are not close to you. So I mean, you know, so for some people to go and be like, can I ask, is everything okay? I might get a slap from that one.
No. I'm actually very easygoing. It just depends on you, and I'm very picky when it comes to who I associate myself with. So I don't just kena. I'm like if I'm able to have a constructive conversation with you, best no
Yeah.
But if you come to me and all you talk about is
things that are out of
things
sight,
that really don't matter, no, I never.
They don't inject any kind of growth into your life.
No, yeah.
And during that time, like I'm saying, you are faced with this bouquet of challenges. It's the heartbreak, it's your dad getting shot, and also you're also stressed now about your finances with regards to your school fees.
Hey, it's okay. So I was in a private institution.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. During that time, my mom, Liana, was still at school. She was doing her nursing. Liana, she's in a private institution. And the only person that's financing us is my dad. The same dad who's in hospital. And when he's not working,
It makes sense.
yeah, so at that time, I'm just going to school. I'm not sure if kitlongola. I'm not sure if I'm going to be kicked out. I was just going to school. But with him, it just told me, wait a second, go to school. I don't remember a single day where I went to school. Like, even if things were bad,
Things would
still be the same way, because he did not want me to worry about anything. Whatever stresses that he had, he didn't want them to affect me. He just wanted me to go to school, get my qualification, and be better.
How's that experience grown you? Like, what do you think was the role of that whole phase in your life? Or how have you become a better person out of it?
I'm actually grateful for that whole experience. That whole year, I'm actually grateful for, because had it not happened, I'd still be the naive person that I was then. I still see things in a different perspective than how I see them now, because it's grown me to be the woman that I am today. It's grown me to be the woman that sits here and be like, whatever challenge comes, I'm going to face it head on. I'm not going to be like, no, why is God choosing me? If not me, then who else?
True.
Because I don't think God puts you in a situation that's about you can't handle. God puts you in a situation that he knows you'll be able to handle. Even when you think in your mind, I can't do this, he already knows that you'll do it.
Sure.
So yeah.
So that's how you've learned.
Yes.
And what are some of the things that you've learned?
Some of the things that I've learned.
Yeah, through that whole experience. About love, about security.
Okay.
Yeah.
Firstly, love. Learn to love yourself first before you love someone. Like, it's covered the other way around, whereby you love someone else more than you love yourself.
Yeah.
Because the moment that person hurts you, trust me, you'll feel like death. You'll feel like, God, I want to sleep and I don't want to wake up. So love yourself more.
Mm-hmm.
And when you love someone, love them enough to know that they can fuck up anytime.
Issue, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Issue.
Love them enough to know that I can change at any time. Yeah, they're human. And feelings change every second. So put yourself in a situation now, okay, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
This is what's happening. Should there be any change, I'm ready for it. I don't want it to catch me by surprise. Yes.
So you're more now open to change than before.
True.
Because now you understand that, you know what, change comes with growth.
True.
Change can be good and bad at the same time, you know, but
it all depends on how you take it.
Shoot.
Yeah. And also forgiveness. I had to forgive myself first before I forgave people.
The hardest thing to do.
Yeah, like you like beat yourself up or king.
Yeah.
No one got you into this situation. You got yourself here. It's fine. We learn from this. We move on. Pick yourself up, dust yourself up, and we continue with the journey. It does not stop because one bad thing happens. You forgive yourself, not for the other person. You forgive yourself for you. You forgive yourself to heal.
Preach.
Because when you don't forgive, it's and the other person lives their life to the fullest.
So forgiveness is important.
Yeah, forgiveness is very important, and it starts with you before you forgive the next person. Because you can't say I forgive you when you've not forgiven yourself.
You know, two things I'm taking away from what you just said. One is love yourself, and two is forgive yourself.
True.
You know, and be willing to also forgive the other person.
True.
But now, like, I wanna get how's your perspective with regards to relationships? Do you see them as like with that eye, or has that changed? I know obviously
that has changed.
Yeah.
Because back then it was like, I love this person.
Everything was perfect.
This person would never do this. But now it's, no, I'm not taking a bullet for that guy. No, I'm a whole queen.
Issue.
I love me for me.
Issue.
And if you can't love me for me, then ain't nobody got time to waste. Really.
Yeah.
So it has changed my perspective about love. Don't overlove. That's the worst mistake you can ever do to yourself. Do not overlove. Hence I said, love the other person enough to know that they can fuck up at any time.
Too much of everything is always...
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's very bad.
Yeah, you overlove, you end up losing sight of yourself.
True, you lose yourself in that whole process, which is very dangerous. Because you start living for that person and then you forget about the number one person, which is you.
Sure. What's the best advice that someone gave you during that phase?
Because I was not talking to anybody.
Yes.
The best advice I gave myself during that phase.
Yes.
When I was actually ready to heal and forgive and just to move on. I woke up one day in the morning. I still remember the day. It was on a Saturday morning. I woke up and my spirit was just different. I woke up, I went to my mother's bedroom. She has this big mirror.
Yeah.
I'm still in PJs and I'm like, Mara wasibona kuyisasa kenjani? Yeah, like, can you see how beautiful you are?
Yes. I like that.
Yeah, like, why let the negatives of life try to impact you so much? Yes, you've been hurt. Yes, we've cried, but it's enough. Can we stop crying now? Can we go back to being happy now? Can we let go of what was and focus on what is to come? That was the best advice I gave myself. I'm like, forgive you with him. We'll pray for him. Yeah, if I can't forgive you now, God will forgive you for me. I'll forgive you as time goes on.
Sure.
Yeah.
God damn it. Wow, that's quite interesting.
Yes.
And how has education changed your life? Because I've found to take note that, you know, when like you are very passionate when it comes to education, and you're very vocal about it, you know, because you just said now you're working towards studying again.
Yes.
And you already have a degree.
Yeah.
You know, someone would look at it and be like, no, I mean a whole 4 years. A whole 4 years. And you still want to go and study another 4 years.
You know, funny thing is that when I was in grade 12, I was like, I want to get to a point whereby you don't just call me Miss Hlongwane, you call me Dr. Hlongwane.
Oh.
And people are like, you want to go into medicine? I'm like, no, I want a doctorate. So it's always been there. Even if I don't get a doctorate, but at least can I have my degrees there?
Yeah.
So another person that made me really take education serious is my dad. Because with him, he never had the opportunity to go to school. So with us, he made sure we get the best education and we use it to good use. The things that he didn't get to have, we will get to have. So even to this day, even when I tell him, Dad, this is the plan, he's like, my dad is my number one fan. It's king. I could literally, if I could, I'd literally take out my heart and my mind right now and you'd see how much I adore that man.
What are some of the things you think you've learned and wouldn't have learned had it wasn't for you making that choice or decision? I'm gonna go and educate myself.
I really don't know where I'd be today, but I don't think that I'd be where I am. I'd probably be,
because I'm thinking, right, because I want someone who's gonna listen to this, someone who doesn't believe much in education, because that's the notion now, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, nah,
I don't need
he
education.
can make it successful, you know, and that's what the kids are taking.
You know
now.
what the danger of that is?
Yeah.
See, my dad did not go to school, but he was fortunate enough to have the mind of an entrepreneur. And there are those that go to school to actually acquire the knowledge of being an entrepreneur.
Shoot.
So the danger of I don't need to go to school, I don't need education, you pull yourself back. Because yes, you can have that business mind, but also education at the end of the day is important. Educate yourself. It does not end. Like, we have people who are like 65 and they're still busy with school.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
But in Tuto, how do they say that in Sud? But I'll try and say it in my way. Tuto hai failure matla or
True. Like, skolo has a failure. Like, actually, not even skolo. Learning does not stop, because every day of our lives is just a different learning curve. Today is not like yesterday. Yesterday is not like the day before yesterday. So every day is a learning curve. And now I'm like a book. I'm like an empty book. So every day it's like,
sure.
Okay, I did this. What did I learn from this? Okay, I did this mistake. How do I plan on fixing this mistake? How do I plan on growing from today, tomorrow?
Sure. Yeah. Do you think you intimidate men sometimes? Why do you think men are intimidated by you, Queen?
I intimidate everyone.
Has that ever crossed your mind?
Yeah. I feel like, when people are not on the same level as you are,
yeah,
they become intimidated. The moment you don't lower your standards for them, they tell you there's something wrong with you. So they expect you come to the guys and they're like, hi, how are you? Let's do this. And you're like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm doing that. And then now there's beef because
yeah.
No. Like, now I see myself as the alpha all the time. Like, throw me to the wolves. Throw me to the wolves. I'll come back leading the pack. Yeah.
Hey, it worries me, eh?
Why?
Because now I'm thinking, right, if you see yourself as an alpha, it kind of just raise a question in my head, then what type of a person are you in a relationship?
We'll get to that. I see myself as a queen. Like, I always say, I am my name. And there are people that I be like, how can you call yourself a queen when you don't have 1, 2, and 3? I don't need to have 1, 2, and 3 to be a queen. Yeah, I'm rich. And I don't even want to quantify that in monetary terms, but my spirit is rich.
You are born a queen.
Yes, my spirit is rich. And they be like, but you don't have money. I'm like, an example. Queen Elizabeth was ordained by men. She was appointed by men to a position.
Sure.
I was not appointed by men. I was appointed by God to be here. Yeah, God and my ancestors appointed me to be here. And I wear that crown of favor with pride. So what you think about yourself is your business. Nah, I'm not regular. I am my name, and I'll always be my name. And I'll never change. Because I lower myself to the standards of other people. I don't live for other people, I live for me.
Oh, hey, that's a great one. And and it's true, you know. I think most of us don't really recognize the power we hold.
True.
You know, and some of us, like, it's sort of like that knowledge of you are born a queen.
Yeah.
You know, when you read the Holy Bible, they'll tell you are made out of the image of God. So, you know, in flesh, you are that.
Yes.
You know, and in spirit also. So, yeah, it's quite beautiful. But I'm sure in order for you, like, we understand it and know who you are, you had to go through a phase, a journey where of mostly self-discovery or self-identity. What was that for you?
Okay, Ronaldo, we are black people.
Okay,
I
like
am
that.
A spiritual person. Okay, a simple way to put this would be, I'm a child of Abokoko.
Abapants.
Yeah. So I grew up with that gift, but there were, you know, when you're still growing up, some things don't make sense, and we look at them, we're like, no, I don't even want that. What is that? Why did they choose me? No, they must choose someone else.
Because also it has been painted bad.
True,
you know,
true.
It has that negative.
Yeah, but then as I grew up, I began to try to understand some of the things, and I began to love parts of me that I didn't know existed. And that's how it groomed me. Like, I love the spiritual person that I am. I love this spiritual journey that it doesn't end. It's a very complicated journey. Like, if there was a manual, life would be easy. Because, yeah, school is very easy compared to a spiritual journey.
Yes.
School is very easy. Spiritual journey is it's difficult. It's difficult, especially when you yourself also kawitol. But once you find yourself, it becomes easy.
What's a spiritual journey? Because, you know, it's easy to hide things. Guma terms, you know, I'm a spiritual being.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay. But at the back of our heads, we're like, what's a spiritual being?
Okay.
Yes.
I'll try to define this in my own words.
Okay. You're allowed to.
Okay, spiritual journey. Kasotho. Hona le batho ba badimo, hona le batho ba moya.
Yes.
Nna ke motho wa moya. Actually, I'm in between.
Oh.
I'm in between because both families are still in conflict, but like banwanela, so I'm still in between. So until they resolve their matter,
then you can have like that.
Yeah, then I'll know which one I fall under. Between is it under Moya or is it under Badim? Yeah.
And how did you get into starting your business, Precious Hair?
Hey, wait a king. So I graduated 2018.
Yes.
Girl was applying for jobs. It was not working. Well, when I got jobs, it was not the ones that I wanted. For example, I got the job in retail. Gosh,
those are the
I'm
ones
not saying there's anything wrong with retail, but wow.
But you know,
wow. I don't know how some people lost more than a year in those places, because it's not like the people that work in retail didn't go to school. These are like very educated people. These are people that hold good qualification who are in retail.
Yes.
But because of our economic states, we find ourselves really more dealing with customers who think, Lori, you don't even have grade 8. So I worked in retail for like a month, and the second month I was like, no, God, I'm sorry. I don't want to sound or look ungrateful, but this place is disturbing my peace.
I know that phase. Yeah.
I literally went home the very same night I drew my resignation letter. I gave it. And it's not like it was not working out.
Yeah.
I was working at home. Like, this store makes money. Like, it's the target market is not just anyone. Their target market is people who are loaded.
Yes.
So working there, it was okay. But I hated the fact that I wake up every day, I go and make money for someone else, and I don't even get paid for it.
And the most worst part is you are educated.
True.
Yeah.
Because I'd have customers, I was lucky to get customers who would engage with me. Like, so tell me about yourself. You went to school. What did you do? And then I tell them and they'll be like, what are you doing here? The moment I'm like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't even want to be here. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here. But then that money, if you have to give it like twice to get there and twice again to come back, and be like up on your feet for 8 hours a day, and when you come back, how about the next?
Yeah.
So that was not the life that I wanted for myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait to get employment.
Yeah.
I'm going to start this whole thing. Plus, the hair industry is a very lucrative industry. Like, queens, we love looking good. Like, hair is being bought like food.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, let me try this. And then I tried it and I was like, it's actually working out. And I could actually go far. I mean, even if I get a job now, I could still manage both, because I don't want to be that person who just waits for a salary month end. I mean, I love beautiful things. And to get beautiful things, you need to work for them.
True.
I can't be like, I'm going to wait for that one to give me the 500 that he promised me. No.
You end up finding the places.
Yeah, like, that's not me. Like,
Yeah.
I was taught to be independent from an early age. Like, so I knew, if you want something, you work for it. If you want... Same thing with credit.
Yeah.
I respect credit. I have so much respect for credit. I play very far from credit. Because I remember in my second year, ABSA gave me a credit card. I think
Yeah.
I never used it ever.
Next.
I'm that person, if I see something and I don't have the money for it, like, girl, it's fine. We don't have money for this. We'll buy it when we have money.
You're disciplined.
Let's walk away.
You are disciplined.
Accounts. I always run away from them. But I also feel bad because I'm like, I really don't want credit. I really, really don't want credit. It's a local retail where I was working. It was very hard for me to try to convince someone to open an account when I don't
have it. Yeah.
Don't have and
how do you lie to someone? Yeah.
How do you lie to someone?
Yeah, because you can see they're gonna struggle.
Yeah. Because with credit, the moment you take one credit and you see, okay, I can manage it. There's that thing that's like,
I'm gonna go on the yes.
that evil voice, and the moment you wake up from it, it's late. You are drowning in debt. Yeah, debt is very dangerous. It's
What keeps your drive? What motivates you? What keeps you going?
Right now, I keep myself going, and I have this thing in my mind, I want to be this person. And I'm not only becoming this person
who's this person? Who's this person you want to become?
Put
it out there in the world.
I don't even know how to describe her, because I'm thinking about her right now. She's beyond powerful.
You know what they say?
She's that person whereby she does not even need to introduce herself to anyone.
Shoo.
Her work speaks for her. By the time she comes through that door, people are like, yeah. So that person that I want to be, I don't want to be that person for myself, but I also want to be that person for my parents. I live for those two people. Like, my parents. Yeah.
I could understand.
Yeah.
I mean, they've really cultivated you to being this person that you are.
Yeah, true. Because our parents can only do so much to groom us.
Yeah,
the rest is up to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone who's going through the same situation that you went through 2016, right? Someone is going through like their last year of studying, which I always hear, like students going through that financial phase,
Tough.
Someone's special someone is sick, you know, whether it could be their dad, their moms, and they the breadwinner, fam.
Ash.
You know, and unemployment also, like Leona ipile matla. So like, what advice or what 2 cents would you give to someone going through something like that?
You know, we can never run away from challenges.
True.
Like, whether you go left or right, it'll always be there.
True.
And the only way to overcome it is to face it head on. Because when you run away from it, another challenge, ditlale. And when they pile up, you're not going to be able to manage them. Yes, cry. Guys, crying is good. Cry. Cry.
Do you cry?
Not
When was
anymore.
the last time?
Not anymore, because it's been a while since I cried.
Yeah.
So and also prayer, guys. You know, if you don't have anyone to speak to, get into that quiet space, close the door, speak to God like how you speak to
yourself
or
your friend.
Yeah, like, it does not have to be formal. Like, make God your friend. Like, be like, okay, God, you know what? I'm not talking to you today. Like, leave me. I'll see you tomorrow. Let it be like that if it must be like that for you to actually overcome the challenge. And another thing is not to give up. Because when you give up, Kasan, you'll be like, I wish I could have. And could have is not going to help you. Could have ufitile is in the past. So whatever challenge that you have or you're currently facing, deal with it. It does not matter how hard it is, because God will not put you in a position because He allows you to go in those situations to grow you. He allows you to go through those because He knows you are a conqueror and you will conquer. Even when in your mind you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if it will pass, but you will. You will.
Oh. You know, when you're just motivated and you don't have anything to say because you might end up saying the same things that are motivating you, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but yeah, man, I think this is it. So yeah, thank you for bracing this platform.
You know, thank you very much for having me.
With your aura, I think you are a bold and strong woman.
Thank you. We try. It's tough out there. We try.
We always say that, but when you look at it, we're actually doing, right?
Yeah,
because what is trying? Trying is doing.
Yeah, like, wait, life, like,
yes.
Like, we are constantly fighting
life is war.
Life is a war. We're constantly fighting to go to the next day, constantly fighting to achieve whatever goal that you may have in mind. So the fight and the struggle does not stop. It continues.
Man.
Just because today was nice does not mean we should like relax and be like,
yes,
every day is gonna be nice.
Yeah.
You don't know. It comes in a lot of ways.
And every day will be presented with a new challenge.
That's true.
Just like now when we are faced with this COVID.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everything has changed for a lot of people.
True.
Some have lost their jobs even during this phase.
Yeah.
You know, some don't even know how they're going to sustain themselves. And it's hard.
Yeah. And the sad part is that our economic state is not going to recover now. It's going to take time to recover. And while it's still recovering, a lot of people are going to be even more affected by it. So we'll be heading into a recession. Jobs, already there are people that have lost jobs.
Yes.
We're still going to have more people that don't have jobs. Now imagine if I didn't have precious hair.
So what do you think is the solution for unemployed graduates or unemployed people?
I think don't sit on your brains. There are a lot of ways to make money. It may not be from selling, but use you sometimes. Go out there, speak. Someone will pick you up and who knows where you could be. Don't just sit in your bed every day only depressed and be like, no, there's no unemployment. Another thing, what you say.
Hey.
What you say is very dangerous. If you're just sitting there and be like, I'm sad, it's not going, it's not... Positive thinking attracts positive. Positive thinking attracts positive things. So the moment you start thinking negatively about yourself, what it means are those negative things into your life, and it gets worse. So positivity all the time. Yes, it's hard. Like, I'm not going to lie to anyone and be like, it's easy. It is not easy. It is very hard.
Yeah.
I also have days where I'm like, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to face the world, but
you have to.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So where can people find Precious Hair or find you when they want to connect or stuff like that? Where can people find your work?
Okay. I'm still working on a page for Precious Hair. It should be up maybe month end.
Okay.
But for anyone that wants Precious Hair, they can hit me up on 072-548-6205. It's an online business, and yeah. Let's get the hair, ladies.
Let's get the hair, ladies.
Let's get the hair. Jay, hair is like makeup. Hair is like lingerie for us. When you have that new hair, I'm unstoppable. Literally.
Well, with that said, thank you so much, Queen, man.
Thank
I
you
really
for
enjoyed,
having me.
This. Wow, it even went to 50. I thought it was gonna be 30, but yeah, Mara, they always say when you're having fun, time flies.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming through. And thank you so much to everyone that's following the podcast, that's showing support, that's downloading. But most importantly, I just want to say, I hope that the podcasts do change your life. I hope that they do leave a stain of inspiration. I hope they do give you the courage to go and start that business. I hope they do give you that courage to say, I'm not going to sleep on my brains. I hope they give you the light to know that you've got everything that you need within you.
Yes.
With that said, thank you so much. Keep safe. Yeah, I'll catch you on the other side.